Hi guys, it's WobblyCat here. So I'm doing the next video on XP farming, or rather this is plutonium farming. And the reason for farming plutonium is it's the one thing that you can sell that sort of gets the most amount of money you can, right? You can sell adaptive frames, but they're like 1 credit each or something like that, whereas I think plutonium's about 8 credits, which is not brilliant. Be better if it was like 50. And I might look into other methods because you can make it's the cargo links that's the problematic, I think. But you can do manufacturing and then make stuff, right? But anyway, we're doing plutonium, right? We're farming plutonium. So go to Iridani 3, right? Which is in this place there, right? Which is in other words, the very, very bottom left-hand corner of the map, right? You can't go any further. I think that literally is it, right? And then, get in there again. We're going to go to the third planet, which is up there, right? And what you're going to do is you're going to look around it until it's probably this thing gets in the way, right? Until you see that sort of gap there, right? And then when you go down, you're going to go sort of about here, right? About there, right? And let me land and show you what that looks like. So, as you know, guys, well, I say as you know, if you've watched my XP farming video on how to jump to 100 in, a short time, right? Less than an hour. You'll know that the trickiest bit is finding where to put the post. There seems to be the least amount of help out there. People go, oh, land on this planet somewhere around here. And you can spend hours, right? So again, this is the plutonium one, right? We're going to make thousands and thousands of credits, and where to put the post right here. And I hope I'm going to show you that I've got all the information you need, right? So we'll put our scanner up. There's a lovely seam of plutonium, loads of it, right? We'll go into the local map, and there's the post. Now, all of these features on here, the tricky part about this, I just since discovered, is you can rotate this map. So therefore, I'm not certain what's north and south, etc. But let's go with how it opened up, which is this view, and you want to find, whoops, sorry, I'm using the wrong mouse button. You want to find the science outpost. Find that, and then due east, in theory, due east is where you want to place your outpost, right there, which is just a bit below the ecological feature. Over here is a sentient microbial colony. Up here is the abandoned mine. There's another sentient thingy mabob. Down here is I'm just showing you all of these because if you only find one of these, then you'll got a rough idea. Deserted relay, a cave, and down here the melted glacier, right? Oh, what's this one? An abandoned, overgrown science post, right? But where you want to be is right there, right there. And another way, come out of the put the scanner back on again. Another way is to find the science outpost. Look, I've got my back. No, let's stand over here. I've got my back to the post, right? The science outpost is 855 meters away. So you could start at the science outpost, yeah, then start walking backwards, right? Let's say so far we've walked 839 meters. Keep going until you get to 855, there we are, about there, and then walk left and right while keeping that distance at 855 or thereabouts, because as you do that you'll then go, ah, there it is. In other words, you're doing a great big circle around the science post if you can't find it by other means, but that will do it, right? I hope that helps, because now we're ready to build the outpost and make oodles of credits. Right, so I built our post. Let me go into the viewer and show you from above. And my other video on XP farming can go into more detail. But what we've essentially got here is a number of extractors. Now if I put the extractor on, right, so to get into the builder you do E against the post, then V to come up to this high level view. If you want to see the seam, then put on an extractor. Find the extractor for you. Get there. There's the extractor, right? So if you put on the plutonium extractor, there you can see the seam. Now I've missed, where I placed the post, I've missed a bit of that seam. You see it goes beyond the line, and you see I can't put that extractor over there. Now I'll tell you something about extractors with plutonium. You need a lot of space between them, right? There isn't anywhere to put another one in there. Might look like there is, but and I'm out of iron, so I can't. But when I've had the right resources, you can't. These really are spaced far apart. So I've managed to get in. I've managed to get in about 7 or 8 of them, right? So they all then feed into one storage unit, and then you just daisy chain along all the way along to the very end, back to the transfer container, right? And then the reason for having the small, or rather the landing pad with ship builder, is because you're going to overload yourself, all right? Purposely, right? So have 2 24-hour sleeps on here, right? I'll do that now. So we've had 2 sleeps. Most of these containers are full. A small amount that's not full. Right, it's only got 12 bits in it. So you could have a 3rd sleep, but you don't want to be carrying too much, right? So let me tell you how much you can carry. Right, so at present I'm definitely overloaded. I'm carrying 1,800, so 700 over the limit, right? Walking is okay. I'm getting close to running out of oxygen, but I will get up to that ship before I die. And if you haven't heard me mention it before, I have said that once you're inside the ship, so look at my inventory, right? I'm overloaded by 700 and something, right? Once you're inside the ship, you can fast travel, right? Yeah, you can't fast travel when you're not in the ship. It'll say you're overloaded, you can't fast travel. But watch, I'll call up Neon, and that's my location of choice, right? Go to Neon because you literally land outside the trade center, right? And that's perfect. Where's Neon? Here it is, right? So I'm going to land there and I'll show you what happens. So this is where you land when you land on Neon, right? As long as you've been there before, right? If you haven't, then you're going to land at the spaceport and then you're going to have to walk all the way here. But once you've done it, you will land here, right outside the Trade Center. So although I'm seriously overloaded, it's a very short walk to Mr. Dodgy Man who will buy anything from you. So if you've got stolen goods, he'll have them, right?
Yeah, what? Always happy to take your money.
So all you do is press Q to sell your stuff and then find the plutonium and sell it to him. Now I've got 1,320, right? Which is over 10 grand, right? So 10 grand at a time. That's farming plutonium. Now something I did beforehand, which to make that sale easier, is you go into the menu, you go into the ship part, you go into the cargo part, and I had some plutonium in the ship. You just take that because look, you can take stuff out of the ship, right? The only thing that might not be obvious that I haven't told you is in this menu, right? There are things that I've done in here, so carry capacity so that you can get over 1,000 items in your carry, greatly increased. And vendor credits, I think he's okay because I think if you set that to normal, he's got about 11,000 credits. Most vendors have about 5 or 6, but the Trade Authority at Neon has 11. So you could change that back to normal and it would be okay, right? If you didn't want to do that one. But I've had that set because other shops only have 5 or 6,000 credits. That's it. 10,000 credits at a time. It's only like, I'll time it. Stick a note on the end, right? It's only about 5 minutes, 10 minutes max. No, I wouldn't say it's 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Anyway, subscribe, like, follow me. Thanks very much.